everyone, welcome to Sweet Tomato Vine Homestead. I'm Linda. Today I'm in my garden and I'm going to do some harvesting. I need this bed that I'm about to harvest these bok choy from so that I can plant this bed up. We're expecting some heavy rains in the next couple of days, so I want to get some okra planted. I'm going to be planting some in this bed and I'm also going to be planting some in the east garden. So let's get started. I went and got me a knife because I think it's going to be much easier to harvest this by just cutting it off at the bottom instead of pulling the entire piece. And then when you pull off the entire piece, you have a lot of soil at the bottom. So I'm trying to eliminate all the soil. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut this bottom off. And then that's going to make a much cleaner harvest. This little soil that got in the bottom of my container. And these have started to go into seed, so that is one reason I need to go ahead and get them. Because as you can see, they have started to go to seed. I just removed that. But they are bug free, so that is one good thing. And I'll give one a taste to see. Get one of these little tender ones right here. See. And it's still sweet. So we're good. Okay, y'all, this is my bok choy harvest. I'm gonna go ahead and take this inside, then I'm gonna come back and clean out this bed. Yeah, I have a few okra pods that are over here that I'm gonna keep. And then I have some sunflowers that's right here I'm gonna keep. But the rest of this is gonna go to the chickens and to the rabbits. I got my bed cleaned out really good. I moistened my soil. I left the okra that was planted in this bed in here, and I also left in a couple of sunflowers. And I got my irrigation hooked up, but I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna moisten this soil really good before I put in my okra seeds. And my okra seeds are pretty old, so I'm gonna be putting them in pretty heavy to make sure I get good germination. And if I see that I need to come back and remove some of them later, I will thin them out. Go ahead and get this bed good and moist before I put in my okra seeds. Okay, and since okra seeds are really small, you don't have to plant them real deep. I'm going to be planting some cowhorn okra, some dwarf long pod okra, and some green velvet okra. And I'm just going to put them on top of the soil, and I'm going to go back and push them underneath the soil. So I'll have the cowhorn over here on the end. This is the dwarf long pod. I have it in the center. And you know how sometimes seeds get spreaded So they will probably, it'll probably end up kind of mixed up, so that'll be fine. I'm just gonna take the edge of this brick and just press these seeds into the soil. And I had okra planted in this bed before, but I think what happened was that the bok choy kind of took over this bed and the okra didn't get a chance to germinate. So now I'm just gonna water it in again. And that'll help to take those seeds deeper into the soil. Okay, this is not how to plant your okra. This is just how I am planting my okra in this bed. So I'm going to be planting some okra in the east garden. But first I want to plant some lavender and my clematis. Now these chickens just standing here staring at the rabbits. They are having fun together. And these chickens just watching. All they need is some popcorn because it's like they at a show. Now these strawberries look so good. And I want to get that big one, but I don't have time to stop right now because I'm trying to finish up before it gets dark, but I will come back and get it later. Okay, y'all, now we're going to go ahead and we're going to plant my lavender and my clematis seeds. These are my clematis seeds, no picture or anything. And there were 200 seeds in the clematis packet. And then this is the lavender, and this is the true lavender. This is the same variety that I have been planting. Someone asked me about my echinacea, and so this is what the echinacea is looking like right now. And I bought it outside today just to let it get a little sunlight. And I have like 10 plants, maybe a few more, that have germinated, and I can still see some that are popping out from under the soil. And yes, germination was slow on this echinacea, and they are growing slow. And I'm waiting for them to get some, I'll get some true leaves so I can go ahead and put some fertilizer on them. I have not fertilized them yet, but I just wanted to show them to you all. I will be taking them back into the house today when I go in, but I want to go ahead and plant my lavender and my clematis. And clematis is one of my favorites, and I planted some up that I purchased in a previous video, and it is doing well. It's growing up the trellis very well. I'm gonna fill up my containers with some potted mix. I'm gonna push this soil down into this tray, to these tray cells really good. Sure that it has a good foundation so my seeds won't just all go to the bottom of the tray. And this soil has been outside getting rained on, so it's pretty moist. But I think I'll probably still moisten it some more. And both these seeds need light to germinate. The Clematis need light to germinate, and the lavender need light to germinate. So these seeds will be planted basically on top of the soil. And then I will be taking them inside with a dome lid and placing them underneath my grow light. They will go directly under the grow light. Some plants that I plant that don't need light to germinate, when I take them in, I don't put them under the light. I just take them and put them somewhere and just be in the dark. And then once I see germination, I put them underneath the grow light. But with the ones that need light to germinate, that is how I have found I can get some of the seeds that I have a hard time getting to germinate the way like I had with the rosemary. Rosemary was easy to germinate because that is the way that I chose to do it, by putting it underneath the grow light immediately. So you want to make sure that those cells are full, that the soil has been pushed to the bottom so that those seeds will not go to the bottom once you water them in. Yeah, I have really been enjoying being able to germinate some of these things. And I also have some lavender that I have got to germinate. Right now, it is, you know, I only have a few plants, but I did get the lavender to germinate, and it's doing well. Go ahead, I'm gonna moisten my soil some more, saturate my soil. I'm gonna do the Clematis first. Let me show you what the Clematis seeds look like. This is what the Clematis seeds look like. Okay, so I'm gonna put a couple on each one of these. Yeah, it has been a busy day on the homestead. I was able to get the okra planted. I cleaned another bed out, able to plant the tomato plants that were in ICU at one point, and they are doing well. And I will show you when I am finished doing this, I will show you what those tomatoes are looking like. I am excited about watching these Clematis grow. And I believe with these, I will probably be taking them out, and once they start to germinate, I will take them out immediately and up pot them, because the Clematis are climbers and I don't want them to get tangled in this container. Okay, and I'm not going to cover them. I'm just going to press these seeds lightly. I'm not going to cover them with any soil or vermiculite, because I want them to be able to get plenty of light. And so putting them under the soil would keep them from getting as much light as they need. And I will be updating you all on the Clematis and on the lavender. Okay, so those are all pressed underneath the soil, so I'm going to get a label and label those. Okay, now we're going to do our lavender seeds. There are not very many seeds in these packages. I'm just going to sprinkle them, making sure I get at least a couple in each one. I mean, there were not very many in there. Okay, I'm gonna start on the other side and do the same thing. I think it's easier to do it this way than it is for me to pinch out And I just go ahead and put the entire packet, just make sure I get some good germination. Okay, so my lavender and my clematis is planted, and I'm going to be adding a dome lid to both of these, and I'm going to take them inside the house and put them on the grow station underneath the grow light. Now I want to show you the tomato plants that I planted. But first, y'all remember this blood orange that I got one blood orange off of last season. And now this tree is loaded with blood oranges. They are tiny, but it has blood oranges all over it. So I am excited that in September or October that we will be getting some nice blood oranges off of this tree. And we're expecting rain, and I came out today and I put the mulch around these trees because these are sitting on a hill and the water drains off of them really fast. So I want these trees to be able to retain some moisture. It does have the irrigation going to it, but it still have a lot of runoff. So I want to make sure that I am retaining the moisture. It doesn't look like much right now. Everything on here has been kind of recently planted, but I am confident that it will soon be loaded with fruit. This is what the peach tree is looking like right now. Okay, this is the bed that I planted the tomatoes in today. These are the tomatoes that I had that were in what I called ICU because they weren't doing that well. They got left out in the cold one night and the temperatures dropped and they suffered really bad. And so they were in intensive care. I had to really take care of them. Those are some of the twist ties over there that I had wrapped around them to hold them to those little sticks that I stuck them to, and I got to clear my mess. But this is what they're looking like. I didn't even finish mulching. I was running all over the yard just throwing mulch, y'all. I'm trying to get it done because we're expecting a lot of rain early in the morning, and so I was trying to get as much done as I possibly could. I did not make it over to the East Garden to plant the okra, but hopefully we'll be getting to that as soon as all the rain is over. If it slacks up some, I might just go over there and do that, but I probably won't be able to record it. It depends on whether it is raining or not. And y'all, the corn stood back up. It's looking really good. And I went ahead and mulched the okra bed because I saw how the purple hull peas pushed through the mulch, so I'm hoping that this okra will do the same. So I hope that y'all have enjoyed the video and that you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Go ahead, hit that notification bell to be notified when I upload a new video. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.